What's up guys? Now before this video begins, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. This video is not geared towards the show car, showroom shine, perfect detail. This video is geared more towards the daily driver, especially in winter and harsh environments. Sometimes it's more important to remove the salt and chemicals and road grime that they spray down than it is to leave it sit on the car and wash your car, in the springtime. Most people polish their cars in the springtime or really go through a thorough detail in the springtime. So if that's you, then feel free to go ahead and use this method. This is what I do on my daily driver in the wintertime, again, because I do polish my vehicle in the springtime. So sometimes it's better to remove some of this salt and road grime that's on the vehicle, using pressure washer and this method if you choose to use it, than it is to leave all that stuff on there. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Now I know it's been a little bit since I put a video out. I had a little fiasco out in Tulsa, Oklahoma. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram at Troy Sowers, you should, because you get to see a lot of me complaining and ranting, but a lot of you responded, to those of you who reached out and responded anyways and apologized on behalf of Tulsa's airport. Thank you. It cost me to be about a day and a half late getting home. I couldn't get out of Tulsa, so I'm home now. Had to catch up on everything because that pushed everything behind a day and a half, which pushed into the weekend, which I couldn't get things done. So I'm back now. Before we start this detailing video, I want to show you guys a quick merch plug here. We have Hey Buddy shirts. These are already on the website, shoptroysowers.com. We still have some Detail Lab shirts left over. We have some stickers. Not too many sizes left of Detail Lab. That's on the website as well. As of this video going live, they will be up, and these are the shirts from Motorama that you guys have seen, the standard McDonald's shirts. So I have a couple 3XLs, a couple 2XLs, some XLs, and a bunch of larges. I have some mediums and smalls as well. Large I have the most quantity of. These will be on the website here as of this video going up, so if you guys want to support me, it means a lot if you could go pick up one of those shirts. At this point, I'm going to finish some stuff up here real quick. It might get a little dark, but the place we're going has some lighting, so I'm going to finish that up, and then we'll get over there and I'll explain further from there. Now you're probably wondering what we're doing here at a, automatic car wash, but I want to kind of explain to you guys what you can do during the winter or throughout the winter. Now here in Pennsylvania, we're getting near the end of winter. I mean, we got March yet to go, which could be 3 feet of snow. I wanted to kind of just showcase, if you guys don't have access to buckets of water, you're in an apartment, you don't have water, you can still come to places like this and rinse your car off, especially during winter when there's salt and everything on there. Now my Infiniti is not coated, so keep in mind it's not coated. It's a daily driver. It's not my show car. It is black, so we're gonna be careful, but basically we're gonna spend 5 to 10 minutes here. We're gonna high pressure rinse off the cars, rockers, wheel wells, everything like that. Get all the dirt we can. I mean, you can already see that the car's pretty clean. We just started this about 45 seconds, a minute ago, right when I started talking to you. But I want to go through and show you guys, you can do this on your own. You don't have to be super OCD, as much as it kills me to say that. I want to just kind of explain to you guys what you can do during the winter to help at least keep some of that salt, that road grime, if you're in states that, do all the pre-treatment and just load crap on the road. So Cody's over here, he's spraying now with a high pressure rinse. We're going to showcase what I can for you here, showcase what we're doing, and again, this will be really straightforward, but I have a lot of you guys asking about it, so I did want to bring the camera along and showcase this to you so you can at least see. Notice how he's holding the cable away. That'll get you. You might want to hold on. If you can't do it yourself, bring somebody else, but you definitely want to keep that cable away from the car because it can come back and just smack the car. If the car hasn't been cleaned in a while too, I will use the soap, and when I use the H2O garden gloss, it'll reapply a sealant. So we'll go through, we'll rinse it down now. The soap's pretty much just to break everything down. If the high pressure rinse doesn't take off what it can, which is mostly the rockers, the fenders, and everything. Final rinse off, then we're gonna go and do a spot-free rinse, and then we'll get to drying. So the whole point of this, it's nothing crazy, but this is kind of like a CR spotless system, so you're gonna get most of this off. This is more important on a sunny, hot day. It doesn't really matter when it's, you know, dark out, but I still like to do it and go ahead. And you can see the water only basically beating off the windshield because the salt and everything has basically torn the sealant off that I have on the car. You can see kind of how it's spotty right here, and the water's kind of stuck, sheeting, not beating. So the H2O garden gloss will take care of that when we apply it during the drying process. And it'll kind of just put another sealant back on there and help protect the car, because again, it's not coated. This is, you can see this all right here, all these patches. Nothing really protecting the paint, and initially the soap in these systems might strip that off, so be wary of that as well. Again, which is why I recommend using the high pressure rinse, not necessarily the soap unless you have to. This is Adam's H2O garden gloss. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get your towel really wet, wring it out well, and it'll get wet as you use it, but it's basically gonna be 1, maybe 2 sprays. That's it on there. This stuff is marketed as a sealant, but it really should be marketed as a drying aid. It's really good stuff. It's a sealant that it's going to be used as lubrication to help dry the car. So Cody's going through, you'll probably see it streak a little bit as it dries. And when it starts dragging water, he's going to wring his towel out so it's just damp wet. And initially with all this water, it's going to pretty much be panel per panel. You're going to be working a lot. That's why you bring 2 towels. And it'll start, you know, picking up the water more and more. The car will get drier and drier. But we're going to go ahead and go through, do the rest of the car here. We'll be here probably about 10 minutes or so. Get that all buttoned up. And the car should be looking pretty good, and we'll regroup there. In the springtime here, it'll get a full detail and everything, but car's all dried off. We have a separate towel that you go through and get the rockers and all the areas like here, because remember, you're not using a sponge to pull all that off. You're just using the pressure of the water, and if you don't have a coated vehicle or anything like that, some of those contaminants might not come off. Do not, I repeat, under any circumstances, go through automated car wash. All the brushes and no. Whatever you do, do not do that, please. Never, ever use this. Evan Shanks just did this when he was in his Cayman. You pick it up, throw it on the ground. That's the best use for that. Find yourself a place, heated water, spot-free rinse. Go ahead, rinse the car down. Do it at nighttime if you can, or when the temperature's not so bad so your water's not drying on you. Use that water, use a product as slickness, and use that to dry the car off, and it should be working out pretty well for you. Back at the house again, I just wanted to make one last statement. This isn't the normal way that I wash a car in general. Normally I'm going through and using the 2-bucket, 3-bucket method technically. I have my buckets here. I got, you know, wheels, wash, rinse. So normally that's what I'm going through and using. If you have gamma seals on your buckets like this, you can put some grit guards in there, and you can actually fill these up with water and put the lid on there, and they're watertight. So you can take water to someplace like that with a sponge and actually wash your car that way. That's really the ideal recommendation, because with all that salt and road grime, basically it's clinging to the car. So the less that you can touch the car, the better. Obviously you have to touch the car to get some of that off, so the more lubrication you have using soap, water, sponge, etc. to pull that off, the better. Obviously, during the drying phase, you want to touch the car the least as possible. So the less touching again, the less chances of scratching. So if you can remove most of the contaminants before you dry, then you can have a less chance of scratching the vehicle while drying. That's where a lot of your scratches are incurred, is through drying. I made this video for this purpose, that people don't have this. They don't have all of this, and I wanted to address that. If you have the buckets, take the buckets with you, get that all squared away. Fill a bucket up with clean water, fill one up with soap, water. Take that, use the pressure washer there to rinse it, rinse everything off. You spend 20, 30, 40 minutes if you're allowed to there, and just clean the car. And then during the drying process, you know, I use Adam's H2O Garden Gloss on my daily driver and also on my Honda. And you can use another product like Ammo Hydrate's a good one. But again, you want to make sure the towel's damp. The damp drying method is what we kind of call it, where you get the towel soaking wet, you wring it out so much that it feels just damp. Spray a little bit of product on there and go through and wipe in straight motions to pick up all the water that you can. Obviously, there's a little finessing involved with that. If you're not comfortable doing that, then by all means try to go home and get a Master Blaster or something like that and use to pull the water off, or a Geon Silk towel dryer. I just wanted to kind of show you what you can do in a pinch, in a bind, if it's wintertime, it's cold, you don't have access to this stuff, and you really just want to get some of the salt off your car. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, 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 if you have any questions or concerned, send me a message at Troy Sowers or at detail.lab on Instagram. I'll try to respond. The last thing I want is to see you guys damage your car, but I'm not saying this process won't. I just want you to be warned that there's a lot more that you need to be paying attention to during this process, because things, even during the drying process, can get into your towel, which is why I have a separate towel for the rockers and the back rear valance of the bumper. I do all that last when I'm done drying the car off to get all the dirt if you're using this method. So be forewarned, just be careful. Shoot me messages if you have any questions. I appreciate you guys watching. Give this video a nice big thumbs up. Click that red subscribe button. We'll see you on the next one.